Hey, what's up guys, TechTitan here and I'm back again with a brand new video. Before I begin, I want to thank you all so much for watching. If you do enjoy my videos, make sure you leave a thumbs up. Also subscribe if you haven't already. With that being said, today we're going to be taking a look at the 2025 Moto Razr. And I've spent a few hours with this phone, but I have a solid impressions that I feel like would help you in the buying decision, especially if you're looking to buy right now. And this is Motorola's third generation from their entry-level Moto Razr, which is basically, think of it as a budget-friendly flip device. It's not really budget if you think about it because it does cost $699, but this is basically the best way that I can put it. Now, with every generation, it seems as though from the first to the second there was a dramatic change, but from the second to the third it's less dramatic, but they did change a couple of things. One of the things that they did is they changed the material of choice. Not necessarily with the way that the phone looks, but the colors and the materials are different. So they use this Pantone color. Whatever color you choose, the phone will be that color for the entire phone, other than the display, of course. So this Pantone blue color here is very solid. I really like this color too. It looks really good on this phone. And the theme follows it all the way around the phone, from the power button to the volume up and down to the rails to the antenna lines, all the way around you'll find this blue, which is a consistent solid attention to detail in my opinion. And it's definitely a thin device, especially when it's flipped all the way up. And if you also notice that they still keep this kind of bump between the display and the rails of the phone, so the display isn't necessarily flat. It does have this bump, I guess, to help protect it from scratches and things like that. And it goes all the way around the phone except for the hinge part. And the hinge, they say that they did improve a couple of things, so we'll see. I'll test it out. But even if you actually bend the phone and look at the hinge, still the same blue color. So definitely gotta give Motorola a thumbs up for consistency. Overall though, as a design, not too shabby. I know not a lot has changed, but if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So they definitely improved upon the previous generation design. As for the display, you do get a larger footprint. So it's now a 6.9-inch Full HD OLED display that does have a solid OLED panel. It does support HDR10 Plus now, 10-bit color, and it does reach a high peak brightness of 3000 nits. Now, it also has a refresh rate of up to 120 Hz also if you need it. And overall though, I can't really complain too much about the display. And if you look carefully, the crease is becoming less and less noticeable every single year. So that's definitely good and makes this phone feel like an actual solid display. Now, the durability of this display is a matter of time. So you cannot judge the durability right out of the box. It's going to take time, and I guess I'll have to make a follow-up video and test out the durability later. The secondary display, or the external display, is a smaller display obviously, but it is the same size as the previous generation and it does support the same OLED technology. So it's a 3.6-inch POLED display, same AMOLED technology that the main display supports. Now, it does come with sort of drawbacks. It does have up to 90 Hz refresh rate instead of 120 Hz, 1700 nits of peak brightness. Putting all that technicality aside, this is definitely a solid look for Motorola. So it definitely gives you basically a quicker actions to your necessary apps. So you can basically do a lot of things. You're limited. Basically, you can't make phone calls while having this display shut, but pretty much everything else you can do. Even when you take pictures, you can take it on this display, and when you do take pictures, you can go to the Photos app and go through your pictures one by one, which is nice. Speaking of pictures, this phone does have the same dual camera setup from the previous generation, so you get a main sensor and an ultra-wide sensor. And from the few hours that I've spent with this phone's camera, I do have to say that taking pictures on here is quick, convenient, very quickly to switch between the main sensor and the ultra wide. And the pictures on here so far look solid, definitely look improved from the previous generation. I think that has more so to do with the image processing. But I can't really give a final conclusion, so stay tuned for a different video where we'll talk about the camera extensively. And in addition to that, I want to speak a little bit on the specs. So the performance of this phone did get improved, especially in the processing speed. So you get the MediaTek Dimensity 7400X versus the 7300 I believe the previous generation had. It's more efficient and it does support 8 gigabytes of RAM, and you get a 4500 milliamp hour battery, and you also get 256 of built-in storage as well as a 4500 milliamp hour battery. And you get 30 watts of fast charging and 15 watts of wireless charging. Now, as far as the processor itself, it does come with 15% more improved AI processing. And I think that's why they really upgraded the processor, more so for the AI technology that this phone has, but I'll save that for another day. Basically, what I have to say, this is definitely I don't want to say a minor upgrade, but I want to say an incremental upgrade. I think that's the right word. And so, is it worth upgrading from the second generation Moto Razr to this one? So there are definitely a lot of questions that need to be answered, and there are a couple of videos that I'm working on currently in regards to the 2025 Moto Razr. So stay subscribed, turn on that notification so that way you don't miss out. And yeah, with that being said, I want to thank you all so much for watching. Let me know in the comments how you feel about the 2025 Moto Razr, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Thank you for watching.